Hello and welcome to the Celestial Orange Room. Chris here. As always, I want to thank you for the gift of your presence. Today, I want to go over the rest of my notebook collection, which is still somewhat extensive. I want to try to make it in as fast a succession as possible and just briefly talk about what I've got. So, starting right away, I want to start with, I guess, not the biggest, because I would say my Archer and Olive letter size notebook would be the biggest, but I got these two notebooks. These were from Amazon. One of these this is a graph and this is a dot grid, but these are, I believe, 8 by 11. Pretty nice big notebooks. I will eventually use them, but not anytime soon. Following that, I have a custom-made notebook, which at some point, okay, call me crazy, but I wanted to know what it would be like to have my own custom-made notebook. I believe this was from Citrus Book Bindery. This is a B5 size. I believe it's 280 something pages. It's micro grid notebook, pretty small. We're talking, I think it's 3.5 millimeters. Thicker paper, I would say it's on the 120 GSM side, thickness, better said, but 284 pages. Really nice notebook. I initially thought I was going to use this as a 5-year notebook, but decided against it because it is already thick and it will probably get way too thick if I decided to use it as a 5-year. But found other solutions, and in the meantime, this is just gonna stay in my collection for as long as I need it to. But this is B5 size. Going on next, I have this from Hemlock and Oak. This is, I think this is the Luminaire, I believe. If you hear noise in the background, I do apologize. There's some construction going on around. But this is a dot grid B5 notebook. What I like about them is that their pages are numbered. This is, I believe, 5 millimeter grid dots. But yeah, really nice notebook. One of the firsts that I got, but B5 as well. Moving on, I have more Hemlock and Oak because I can never get one. This is same thing, numbered pages, dot grid, lovely greenish color, really nice. That one was A5, same thing with this one. So these were limited edition, and I wanted the holographic, and they only had it in square grid, which I obviously got. I love their quality. In the future, I may order more from them, but obviously I have to use what I've got. So this is one of them. This is the holographic foil. Then from them, I also got the gold foil, but this one is dot grid for sure. As you can tell, these are still in their boxes. I just opened it just so that you guys could see. But yeah. Then this is not a notebook, but it is an undated weekly. This is one of their planners. So I just got the undated version to try, and I'll eventually get to it. This is also A5 size. Moving on to other brands of notebook, let me show you this. This is the Quirky Cup Co. They're an Australian company. Sorry for the glare, but they're an Australian company. I first seen them through Etsy many years ago at this point. I'd like to say maybe 2021-ish. But I didn't go notebook crazy until, I would say, last year in 2023. Nonetheless, this notebook here, I had ordered their notebooks, I would say, back in late 2021, early 2022. Got a bunch of them, used them, and I got more as of late 2023. So these are from 2023, except for there's probably one or two that are from later on. Anyway, without rambling on too much, this one, all of these are blank, by the way. I did get dot grid from her before, or from their team, better said, but includes this one all A5. This is gorgeous. This one, which is the newer one. This one, which I absolutely love how they're gilded. This is actually a repeat, as well as this. I already had it. I used it up. I loved it. And this one, oh my God, it's gorgeous. But yes, Quirky Cup Co. They're on the, not as expensive, I would say, but they're still somewhat up there in price, like maybe $30 per notebook. But yeah, love these. Moving on, let's go to Pauper Press. So these notebooks are A5, but they're just slightly smaller. But I got these, I would say, all at the end of 2024, so just last year. And again, sorry for the glare. But I've got this one. This is not Pauper Press. I believe it's an Amazon brand, but love it. Very similar style, I would say. There's this one as well. Definitely Pauper Press. All of these are dot grid, by the way. This is a repeat as well. This is actually my current dream journal, which is almost done. But yeah, I really liked it, so I decided to get another one. And last but not least for Pauper Press is this one. Lovely. Let me move on to the next thing. So continuing on with the A5s, this is from Happy Planner. Same thing last year at the end of the year. The other ones that I have are from earlier collections, but all of these are dot grid. And then there's this lovely one. But those are the ones that I have from Happy Planner. And I believe most of the other ones are just Amazon. So let me show you those. All right, so most of these are still unused. Well, they are all unused, so they're still blank there. But these are booklets. These are grid ones. Slightly creamish paper. But there is 6 of these. These are also A5. I also have them with patterns. These are blank. Not as cream of a paper as the other ones, but this comes in a set of 12, I believe, and I still have 6 left. So used a couple. I also have this whole case, set of 12. These are a bit different. Love the design in them, but these are dot grid. I've used these before in the past. I'm gonna plan on using them again every so often. Continuing the trend, these 3, well, let's start with this one. I already put stickers on these, even though I haven't used it. This is a dot grid, A5. This one, I believe, is a square grid. Yeah, square grid notebook. And I believe this is square grid too. Yep. Anyway. Let's see. I also have these. These are, I believe, Amazon Lumumi. Yeah, Lumumi. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But these are branded. I have 2 of these. So one of this is blank. I don't know if the other is either dot grid or square grid. This one's square. Yep. I've been hesitant to use these for a very long time now, but I've had those for way longer than I've had most of the other ones. I also have these ring bound ones. I found this in Amazon, and I absolutely love how it looks. And I'm so sorry for the glare. This one is dot grid. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I think you can. And I also bought a square grid of the same notebook because can never just have one. This other one here comes in a set of 3. This is dot grid because can never have enough A5 notebooks. Moving on. So you will notice that these are still in their wrapper. These, I believe this is Typhosy, but I got this from Amazon. So this is this one. It has 256 numbered pages. So this was a gift actually from a very special someone. Same thing with this. Still in its package. Not gonna take it out, but same thing. Pretty thick notebook. Lovely design. And A5. I also have these 2, both dot grid. Pretty thick. And will be bullet journals in the future. This is a random, and it's not, I mean, it is considered A5, but this is a blackout pad. I've used it to journal in the past, but stuck whatever paper I used into other journals that I have. But it's there for me. I use it every so often, especially if I'm either junk journaling or just want to spice up things, but that's there. More to come. These are also considered A5, but just a tad bit smaller than what other A5s may be, but still considered. But this one is a blank notebook. Maybe, I guess I would call this A5 Slim, maybe. But I have multiple of those. That one was blank. This is dot grid, dot grid, dot grid. This is graph, because of course. Dot grid. And I have multiples of this. Not used one of them just yet. Dot grid. But when I say multiples, I mean multiples. Because I cannot just seem to just buy one. Because I have issues. So in terms of A5, I believe this is the last ones that I have. I have a Moleskine cashier's notebook, which is smaller than A5. I would say maybe A5 Slim. I have multiples of this. I'm telling you, this is probably like the 5th pack of these that I buy because I've used them so much in the past. And this is from Hubman Chubgirl. It's the first only notebook that I own from them. Dot grid. It's okay, but it's a bit on the thinner side, so I just really like the little design in the front. Let's continue on the sizes. Oh, so before I forget, these are the same Moleskine ones, but this is an open pack. I only have 2 left. Let's go to Traveler's Notebook inserts because, yeah, problems, issues. I have plenty of these. This is a grid, dotted, and I'm sure I have blank. Yep. I need to have it all, but plenty of these. What I usually do with these is I can cut them either down to a certain size that I like. Sometimes, sorry for the shaking. Sometimes what I do is I decorate them like this with washi tape because why not? So that, and this is a random appearance, but this is my journal's journal. Anyway, moving on. I have more Traveler's notebooks. This is from Hemlock Oak again. These are all square grid with page numbers, with page numbers because I can't talk. I am so sorry. But yeah, that's one of them. And of course, there's two more. Same thing, square grid. I also have two of each of these. These are from Amazon. So these are dot grid ones. They don't have page numbers, but I don't know why I need it for, but I have 4. I already used one of them because I had 5, because of course it can, again, never be enough. This is from Jet Pens. This is a Kunisawa. It's a square grid, very cream colored paper notebook. Not used to it just yet. I left it in the plastic cover just to preserve the cover itself. But yep, I have this and I'm assuming I'll eventually use it. Let's see. So something smaller than a TF, but not quite B6 slim. These two are different. This is a craft. It's hard to find inserts for this, but like I said, I can cut down the other inserts that I've shown to size. So this is a dot grid insert. I really like these. These are pretty. I guess let's move on to anywhere between B6 and not B6. So these are two field notes, little notebooks. This is dot grid, and these are actual B6 size inserts as well. These are dot grid, and I believe this is a square grid. This was also part of my citrus book boundary order, or bindery. I cannot pronounce that for whatever reason today, but this one has page numbers, and this is, I believe, a 3.5 millimeter square grid. Love these. But yeah, let's just show that these are 5. And of course I have more. So these are actual standard, like international standard B6 notebooks. A little bit shorter than what, say, Sterling Ink's B6 size is. This one is a square grid notebook, and this is blank. It just lets you know here on the front. I also have hardcover B6 size notebooks. So this is called the Souvenir book, and this is a 4 millimeter grid notebook. And then these two come from the washi tape shop, which are standard B6, but look at that, guys. It's a holographic foil. Lovely. And of course I couldn't leave behind the, what I will call the Hobonichi sized, or Hobonichi week sized notebook. How tiny. This is also custom made from Citrus Book Bindery. I got these two. I should have actually requested for page numbers, but I didn't. So I have these two from them. Oh, but I have plenty more. Let me show you. So I believe these next ones I got from AliExpress, because the ones that were available in Amazon eventually were no longer available, but I bought this like they were running out of stock like ASAP. So this is one. These are 4 millimeter grid. They're not necessarily aligned, but I generally really like these. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Because why do I need 20 of these? Well, I do know that I won't be buying these anytime soon. This will definitely last me a while. But of course I couldn't leave this blank Weeks dupe. This is again undated. This does not really have note pages, I guess, if you consider these note pages, but yeah, it's really all blank. I like this a lot. And I guess just to show you a blank canvas of what I would do myself, I over stickered this one up, but it's still blank and I can redate it. So this is more or less what it looks like. And yeah. Moving on. Let me take these away. So these are just smaller notebooks. This is also from Citrus Book Bindery. Square 3.5 millimeter grid, which again, I'm not going to be using anytime soon, but I have it because I'm obsessed with paper. Crazily enough. These are not necessarily A6. These are very, very tiny gridded notebooks. I got both of these from Jetpans. I think this is like a 2.5 millimeter grid. Very small, very tiny. Oh my god, look at this. Super mega tiny. I was curious, but I was a little bit disappointed when I got them. So I just keep them around just in case one day I find a use for it. That is probably the most repeated sentence in my vocabulary. One day I'll find a use. These are A6 inserts, but more like pocket, from Amazon. There are 4 of these, but I used up, I believe, 2 of these already. And then these are from Pauper Press. They come in sets of 3, and as you can see, I already used 1. So yeah, this is also considered pocket. So yeah, I know that this was a bit fast and all in your face, so I still hope that you enjoyed. And as always, stay stellar, my friends.